Once again, it is a beautiful Saturday, the 5th of March 2022, and live on AET TV, that is the Youth Feedback with your host Bridget Cimenta. Allow me to first say Happy New Month to all of viewers who are viewing us from different sides. Yeah, we are in the Women's Week, the Women's Month. Yeah, I think that's how I can term it. The Women's Month, and that is March. And in that month, we are always celebrating the different women in different aspects of life, in different fields. And today I have some of the women here who have joined me in the show, and we shall be celebrating everything that everyone should be knowing about Women's Day. Why do we celebrate Women's Day? Why should we celebrate women? Why is there a need to address women issues? You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, I have three beautiful ladies on the show, and starting with one at the extreme end, that is Ikira Ahebwa, Miss Ikira Ahebwa, and then the one follow next to her is Miss Keisha. Oh my God, Keisha, you are a Muslim, right?
I'm from a Muslim background, but I'm not a Muslim.
Okay, fine. I thought that I have two Hajats in the room. And then we have Miss Joanne Peace. These are the people that have joined me today to celebrate Women's Day in style, as we are starting the Women's Week. And today, as we had already shared about everything, why do you think we still have to celebrate Women's Day as ladies? Why do you think it is so special celebrating Women's Day?
Thank you, Miss Bridget.
You're
I
welcome.
think we should to my own understanding, I think we should celebrate women to the long hardship they have passed through to reach here where they are right now. The achievement they have got. Because when we go back to the early years, women were like, they were taken as, can I term it as good for nothing?
Good for nothing goods. Those was left to the kitchen.
Yeah.
That was the only thing, and to be
Yes.
under men.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
under me. But you see right now, due to the changes, the talks that have been there to bring them up, so women, they have come up, and you see right now, you can tell that women, they have achieved something.
Okay,
Yes,
to
Keisha.
me, celebrating Women's Day, I think it should be done in a sense of we have to first understand who are the women. Of course, when you're going to celebrate something, it has done something great or it is variable. So the society, everyone, the women should understand who they are, then the men should also understand who the women are. Then we celebrate Women's Day. If that understanding comes to everyone in the society, we will know why 8th of March is a public holiday. Because if we don't understand it, we shall be celebrating Women's Day, people asking for gifts, we are not going to school. I mean,
then no reason
just
for
we don't know
celebrating.
why we are celebrating. So if we understand who is a woman, why are we celebrating them? What have they done? Because we celebrate what someone has done, what good things they have done. To me, that is what will sum the reasons why we should celebrate Women's Day. Let the people know who the women are, what have they done, why are we celebrating them, why is 8th there, why do we have a public holiday. So that is it. And more so, I can talk about why I think Women's Day should be celebrated. I mean, women, to me, they are everything. Women are the nation.
Yeah.
Women, I mean, they have done everything. Go to society, go to homes. Their bringing is done by the women.
Yeah.
We think men are the heads, but most of the decisions are done by the women. If anything is going to happen in the family, they have to consult the women. What to eat, which school, what I'm going to put on. This is the man. What should I wear today? What are the kids going to do? Yeah, he provides. He's the one to hand. But all those big decisions that are to take place in a home, it is a woman. So me, the ultimate reason for celebrating Women's Day, the women are the nation. We exist here because they are women. The show took place because women were here.
Okay.
So that is what I think.
You talked about something, decision making, and it just came to my mind, but just got some throwback in time, and people were saying that women are just voiceless. They're not given any chance to utter out what they feel. They're not given chance to make decisions. So I don't know, you are saying that they are the ones making decisions, major decisions in families, but if I just look back, I see a woman out there, she's so voiceless, she's down.
Why
she can't
she's
make any decisions.
voiceless, Bridget?
Yes.
That's when we bring in the Women's Day. So, if she's voiceless, then what's the use of the Women's Day? That's why we are saying if you are celebrating the Women's Day, it's one way of uplifting these women. Let them know what is the essence of celebrating this day. Because some will be like, oh, Women's Day, okay. But they don't know the essence of celebrating that day. So I think it's one way of uplifting women, one way of how can I say, breaking the ignorance about different things. Because some women are there, but they don't know maybe some deep down, maybe in the villages, still women are still taken as low, inferior people. I think it's called inferior. They are taken as inferior people. They are not given that chance to come out and say out their ideas. They don't know. Okay, they are backward. They are, such kind. So if we are celebrating this day, it's one way of creating awareness, sensitizing the society, advocating for the rights of women. That's how maybe I can defend her what?
Bridget,
Yes.
talking about the issue of decision, they say they are voiceless and stuff. Me, I brought it in a sense of, okay, from the family setting. I mean, from my house where I grew from.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw most of the occasions when something is going to take place, okay, maybe this, it is my father to first say, you first ask mom. Those are the deep decisions I'm asking you. You're going to do something and you hear, you first talk to your mother. He's the father, we are not denying that. They say, you first go ask your mother and see what she's saying. Talk to her, then you come and talk to me. You get? I mean, it comes in your mind. You cannot wake up in the morning and you be like, Mom, I want to go to school. Okay, you wake up in the morning and you want to go to school. You are confused about the shoes you're going to put on, and you go to ask your father. No, it cannot happen that way. So those are we think they are minor, but these are the main decisions that they take, and most of the times men take what their women have said. You find someone is going to do something, is like, no, wait, I'm not going to do this. Before I ask my wife, I'm going to give her feedback. So that role that has been played background, but has made the men manifest outside. That is what I was trying to mean.
Isn't that going to bring some differences between men and women? We always say that women, according to society, we are all constructed differently. Our roles are constructed differently. They are roles of a woman and roles of a man. Now, just like an example that you gave, if I wanted shoes to put on, I won't come to my dad because he will still push me back to my mother to get my shoes. But don't you think that is still the thing that is bringing some differences in families? If at all I came to you and like, yeah, I'm young. I'm like, Dad, my shoes. What's the big deal? Can't you just pick my shoes and give
asking my mother?
Yeah. Why can't you just pick those shoes and give them to me? Because if at all you send me to my mom, you're already showing me, your mother is the one responsible for those shoes. You understand? and yet we are preaching equality. I just feel like it should be a two-way thing.
It is a two-way thing.
If I want my shoes, give me my shoes.
You got it in the context of
after all, I am young. I'm a baby. I don't know what to do.
Okay, we put it in the sense of maybe couples. I mean, a man waking up in the house and they go. He has to know what I'm going to put on, and this is asked to the woman. The decisions, I mean, those are the things that are not seen crucial, but they are crucial in real life. You get? I'm not trying to mean helping and stuff, but those minor things, but at times come up into big things. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, that is what I was trying to mean.
To also add on the issue of the shoe. You see men, yeah?
The shoe.
That shoe has become a shoe.
Yes. Men,
Hey.
they can't even know the size of their shoe when they put on. Like, I'll give an example of my dad. He was the decision maker in the house, but when we are to ask for something, you go tell him I need shoes. How much? Does it know the size? Does it know anything? Go ask your mother. The mother tells you you need a shoe of this size, of this design, this, and then you go back and tell him I need a shoe of this kind, size, this, size, this. Sometimes he tells you go and get a rope. Measure.
Or take pictures and you give them the
It's not like they are denying their role of making decisions, but in most cases, men, they don't know.
They don't know.
But then they have to
don't
take a
know.
step
But
and
I
they
think
get
they
to
should
know.
be knowing.
Because no, you people, we are overburdening women. Cause this thing is a two-way. If you are into a relationship or into marriage, it needs the both of us to be active. Okay, let them take a step of knowing. Let not it be only on women that it's the woman to know, what the kids to eat, what the kids to dress, what So now, if that means if the woman is not at home, or she has traveled, or she has gone where,
That kid
the
won't
man
go to
won't take
school.
care of the home, or that girl or the kid won't go to school.
Joanne, that's
John,
what
have you
I
heard of
was
this?
trying to
That
mean,
when mommy is not around, the whole week we shall not feed following the
shall
diet.
not cook.
We shall not
See?
cook.
That's
we shall
why
eat
I'm saying,
bread.
let
And
women
remember,
come in.
as they're
Let men
eating
come
bread,
in.
they're not taking bread with tea. Now it will be bread and juice. Funny things.
Funny
Because
thing,
mommy is not
take you
around.
for ice cream, that's maybe supper. You're done, go sleep. Such kind.
I have an
Really?
example. I spent like
They are going to
we
prepare
spent
sauce
like 1
using
year
blue band, and here there is
living with
cooking
our
oil.
dad
Cooking oil.
in the house.
Let them take a step and
With my
learn.
dad, my bro, and my another cousin. We are 4 in the house. But by the time of supper, we used to move out of the house in the morning. Everyone goes his own way. Us school, for him work, coming back. He used to leave us with money for lunch and breakfast. Then coming back, he used to call, what do you want to eat? You see? Or for him, he said, Mom, going to eat a pineapple. What of
For supper, imagine.
And then he
Because
said,
the mother is
what
not
of you?
around.
Everyone says, I'm going to eat chindas, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat
Which
this.
diet is that for
And then he
sure?
comes home. When he comes home, we sit and then we decide. Pineapple, chindas.
Chapati, ice cream,
And then
yogurt.
he also used to do
That
other
now
housework.
men are running away from all that. You know, they always say that domestic chores are for women. But then you see, when a woman is away,
Ah, the way you find
then
the home.
everything is a mess.
Yeah.
So as we are planning to celebrate Women's Day, what do you think should be some of those things that we should address so that we can even solve all that mess that has been happening, so that if a woman is not there, we shall not eat, we shall not wash, put on a jacket for the whole month. But
The bed sheet will
just
stay there
imagine
for
those
the whole
people.
month.
Now, if at all it is maybe a husband or a boyfriend who has traveled for studies, who has traveled abroad for work, that means you will never eat food, normal
For the
food.
food
You will
maybe,
never
yeah.
wash clothes, because you know that those rules are for women.
For women.
Bridget,
But we can address all this on
Bridget.
Women's Day.
as I said the first time I was talking about, it is about making people understand
Yeah.
and how we should break the norms of the society, and it starts with upbringing and nurturing. Where I grew from, my home, I'm going to give an example of my home. I have seen, okay, our firstborn is a boy, but that man can do anything that you can do apart from producing. I think we should, I think the society should change the thinking of it is a woman that is supposed to cook. It is a woman that is supposed to do this. And this starts with the families we come from.
Yeah.
You are boys, we have 4 kids at home, 2 girls and 2 boys. The first born is a boy, the second born is a girl. Like that. The third is like that. You find the boys And yeah, they're not supposed to do this, they're not supposed to do this. We are not arguing. There are some activities that are not supposed to be done by the boys. There are activities that are supposed to be done by the girls. We are not arguing on that. It is like that because that is how society wants to define it. So families, come up and train your children, like your boys. Let a boy know how to wash a cup. Know that when you're going to
How to peel mato.
know that when you're going to get to fly egg, you don't put the whole egg in the cup. You break it and remove everything, then you make egg. You get? I was thinking about my family. My brother, when we were young, my mother used to make us do all the activities that can be done in a home. My brother used to cook. We used to have tons of cooking. You have to cook. Make sure that those things are arranged and we eat good food. I don't want to know if you're a boy or you're a girl.
Actually, to add on that, our mom used to do like this. If you cook bad food, whether you're a boy or not, another day you repeat.
Thank you.
Until when she says,
you feel like,
has cooked,
today
the food is nice.
Okay, so you can
You
go.
can go.
Make sure that you are supposed to cater for the home. My mother is a teacher. They used to go to boarding schools. Now we come in the holidays, so you have to know that on a Monday I am supposed to cook, and the one to wash the dishes, the one that's supposed to graze is going to do everything, like that.
Yesterday,
Like
a friend was telling me his experience when he was growing up. He grew up in a family whereby there are 6 kids and he's the third born and the only boy. Him growing in that family, he was too brilliant in that he's the only one who has studied, reached that far. But then as they were growing, the firstborn and secondborn were girls. But every time at home they used to take him as a chatika. He's the only boy, you understand?
the fragile.
Very fragile. When they're going to the garden, they send this boy for coaching. Yeah? The girls go and dig. This boy is going for coaching. When he comes back, they make sure that these girls have prepared for him what to eat because he is bright, he's brilliant. He has to go back to school and come back and then graze animals in the evening and then come back and find their water for showering because you're the ones to go to the well. You're the ones to go to the well, he has to shower, and then even he told me that even the uniform and clothes were to be washed by who? By the girls. So at the end of the day, he later started studying with the elder sister, obviously now poor performance because of village life, and now here they are studying together and he's winning the girl, and at home they are blaming this girl for poor brains because the little brother is winning him and yet he's the eldest and he has found him in the same class and he has won him. But this is the same girl. We studied together. From there I rushed to cook for you that.
And then she
I
rushes
for
to
you.
the garden.
I
rush to the garden. And in the morning, I have to wake up early because it's a village setting. I have to wake up very early and prepare for you what you will go with to school. You're still sleeping. And after they're blaming me, what is about that? Imagine in that setting of village. I think even in towns it's there, whereby you find you are kids in a home, but your baby brother will wake up to his phone to play games. And as a girl, even when you're
most
young,
cases they don't wake up to play games. They wake up, they rush to the TV. Or they rush in the kitchen
to take tea.
To take tea?
No, not to
Or
take
to
tea. To check in the flasks whether they use tea. Anything that
And then if they don't find, oh my God, which girls do we have here? No breakfast? Oh my God. You're also a person, you have hands, you can prepare tea for yourself and take. But you're blaming me, a girl, because I haven't prepared for you
have
breakfast.
said, that family setting spoils a boy child, and it is that family setting is the one that creates even violence in the future.
That was why I was
That's
telling
where-
about nurturing.
Nurturing starts within our family.
It is in our family. Let me tell you something. Right now, I don't think I can marry someone that does not cook. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Bridget, I'm telling you the truth. If you cannot cook, please don't apply.
If you cannot cook, you can't
They
wash.
shouldn't try to show your shirts.
You can't
If you,
wash,
you love me, it's
Yeah.
okay. You're good. You can't cook. Please learn. Or remain there.
Okay.
Surely, how can you tell me that you have all those years and you have never seen
You
a
have
spoon.
never-
But you got
a manner, you know.
Bridget, we got to fry egg and you put the whole egg
The
in the
whole
cup,
egg in the cup and
and you cannot even wash. Really?
I heard a story. My
burn,
brother told
and we know
me.
that
and then I
My
know
brother
that
told me of a scenario. They had these boys at campus, such boys, the way you've stated that story. So these boys didn't know how to peel matoke, they didn't know how to cook beans. So what they did, they went and bought beans and they just fried them the way they are.
Kale.
Oh my God. My brother was like, you people, what are you doing? We are frying beans. Really? But me, I didn't know. Me, at home they cook
It's
for
always
me.
good to visit boys.
That time they cook for
they
me.
do things.
May find food on the table. I don't know how. Maybe they prepare it. May I just come, sit, eat, leave the plate there, go mind my own business. Such a boy. And then you expect that person to also be a husband of someone's what? Daughter. Those are the people who are going to torture people's daughters. You come home. Well, what have you cooked? Look at what you've cooked. Because you're used of maybe your mother's cookings and so on. So you expect me to cook maybe the way your mother is cooking. But even you as you personally, you can't even
cook.
you don't know even how what I go through to cook that food. But then you're like, what have you cooked? What is this? You know, those are the
And yet you can't
how
cook
do
it.
they call them? Boys, mama boys, kind of.
Mommy's
Mommy's
boy.
boy. Such for
Talking
sure
about
parents.
that, it's now driving me to domestic violence, whereby it's all started by such things. Why is there too much salt? Why isn't the sauce tasty? And yet he can't cook it.
Bridget, let me tell you something.
Even
If you've ever
doesn't know the price of the
If you've
salt.
ever cooked and you've ever prepared rice,
You never.
you know the process.
You know the process.
And
You cannot come and judge that.
and you
why
can
did you
even
do
tell
this?
that
That's what I'm
today it is
saying.
good. The
This
next time
person
it
is
can
used
be
of
good,
that.
the next time
Is
it
used
will
of the
be
table
bad.
food, which is always maybe sweet and delicious and so on. So he doesn't know the process you go through to cook this food. So when he comes to your place and he tastes food as okay, maybe there is too much salt. It didn't cook. You didn't cook it to the extent of maybe getting.
The mammals.
This person will be like, what is this? Immediately they will call the mother, Mom, I'm soon dying from here. What happened? Munaga, the food they are cooking, my dear, I'm dying. Then
So
the
then
mother
the
will
mom
come.
will-
Oh, you stupid girl! You want to kill my son. But sometimes I also blame the ladies. For sure, these mothers-in-law, for sure. You a lady. You know what we go through. But then you come to my home, you start embarrassing me because I'm feeding your son poorly. So let also the ladies understand I'm also a lady, she's a lady. What I go through maybe, she also goes through it. So
I am
But
I'm
all
of the
in
view
all-
that when you see that I don't know how to cook and you are maybe my husband or my boyfriend, teach me how to.
Yes,
You know.
he doesn't.
You are not
You're
going
doing someone to teach you. This one
you are not
doesn't.
going to check me.
Bridget,
You're not
it is
going to check me because I don't know how to
If
cook.
you
That
find
is
your-
to come in.
your
It will
Dofe
come in
boyfriend,
if
he
my
doesn't
boyfriend-
know how to do anything.
That
you
will
love
come
him.
in
Use,
if my
use
boyfriend-
that love. Use that
And
love
this
to
in a
prepare
lavish
him
way.
the way you want.
Okay, girls,
Leave
how
the
do we
other lavish-
celebrate
the
Women's
other
Day
lavish
this
thing
year?
The mother told
How-
him, you bring him in the way you want.
You can't cook.
No, you can't put him in. You can't just blame the man.
You'll teach him.
You can't blame
him.
the
But
man.
anyway,
If
for
you're
your
there,
case, for your case, if he loves you and he doesn't know how to cook, but he's willing to learn, teach him.
You should learn.
All of
Yeah,
it.
before
him.
coming.
No, you have to use the love
He
he
has
has
come.
for you.
He has come. Okay, he loves
The
you,
love he has for
and
you
he's
to
like,
teach
you know what?
You
I
teach him how
love
to
you.
cook. When you're going to cook, call him, sweetheart, come.
Come, we cook.
We cook. Teach him. The next time you're going to wash, sweetheart.
He's willing.
In case I will
If
make
he's
this man
willing.
cook every day.
But if you say you'll not get married
What
to a man
is that
who
saying?
can't
And
cook,
you cook nice,
how will you know
nice
that
food
this
every
man-
day?
Every day, come and cook.
every day.
But me,
You
for your
guys,
view, if he's
get
willing
back-
to cook,
let's
to
leave
learn,
the issue of
let
cooking
him,
at that.
teach him.
I want us, let us leave
But
the
you
issue
can't
of
put
cooking
all
at
the blame
that.
to them.
I want
because they
us,
also don't
I had
know.
asked a question which still stands and it hasn't been answered. what should we celebrate on Women's Day? Whom should we celebrate? And why should we celebrate these people?
Yeah. What should we celebrate? Of course, it is
Yes.
Women's Day. We
Yes.
should celebrate the
Every
women.
lady-
Who is the
girl,
woman?
every woman.
You had asked that, but you didn't still get an answer.
Who is a woman? A woman, to the dictionary definition, is any adult female. But a woman is beyond that. A woman is a mother. A woman is that sister of yours. We are women. A woman is your classmate.
Is your friend.
A woman is your friend. A woman is your ex-girlfriend. A woman is your daughter-in-law. Is your mother-in-law.
Is
Is
your
your
co-wife.
auntie. Is your
Is your
that is a
grandma.
woman. Yeah?
Yeah.
Woman
That is a woman.
A woman is a housewife.
I want us to
Is
see
a is a
every
home.
time it is
A
Women's
woman
Day, we
is a
always
home.
celebrate women's achievements. We celebrate their success. But there is this poor woman who sleeps on a hungry stomach. This poor woman with ill health in the villages down there, and she's not always recognized, because if at all we've always given maybe awards to women, but this is the same person that will get an award this year, next year, but then there is this other woman. Just try to look at agriculture. We say that it's the backbone of our economy. But there is a woman who stated it that we should always call it the oxygen, not the backbone. The oxygen of our economy. And who does this? Poor women.
Poor women.
Down
Bridget,
there.
that
But
is
we-
why I told you that is a woman. I didn't say a woman is this CEO. Is Angela. I didn't say a
The
woman is
doctor.
Janet. I didn't
the
say a
lawyer.
woman is the AR. I defined a woman as all that. If the AR of Mash falls in that, she's a woman. If the village woman from my area falls in that, is a woman. I think when celebrating women, we should not just focus on the people that are known.
The celebrities.
Of
We
course,
should
yeah.
Focus on the achievement.
We should not even
Focus on what
focus
they
on
have
the
done.
achievements that those people. Okay, we are going to celebrate Alan Kajina. We are celebrating the VC of
The-
BSU.
The
We are
Juliana
celebrating.
Ajeli.
We are celebrating the AR. We are celebrating Dr. Vera. We are celebrating Dr. Sarah. Those are the women, because yeah, they have done it because we are looking up to them. It's okay. It is there. We can't argue. But what are we celebrating as women if we focus on only those that have come out from the hard society? Because it is not easy. It's not everyone that went to school with them is a doctor.
The doctor.
It is not everyone can come and do the AR activities that she's doing. It is not everyone that is going to come up and be the VC, as we see Kamatenes is doing at PSU. So, celebrating women, we should not focus on the knowns. How should I term it? Those that are already out in the society. But
The
we should
mirrors of other women.
we should they are doing well. We are not arguing they are doing well. It is good. We should focus even on those that are there out. And how do we do it? As I said, making people understand what women do. She gave birth to 10 kids, nurtured them, healthy. No one died because of sleeping badly. No one she did it. She's a
And
woman.
she passed through to make sure that the baby.
She gave birth to all of them, no C. Like natural birth. Breastfed all of them. Still, and she was doing everything like that when she's basing or doing agriculture. I see women in my area. You find someone produces every year. But what is her source of income? Like working for money. They work from 7 to midday. 5,000. That has made all the 7 kids she has grow because of that. And we come here, we are celebrating women, but we are publicizing the mirrors. We look up to them, and they don't even know. There was
Where those mirrors came from?
Yeah.
Who brought them?
Them.
Because
up?
even some of those mirrors of other celebrity called so, sometimes when they get to that top, they forget by the way their parents. They forget someone who made them
Forget the
reach that
roots.
stage, and you know.
Was
So
that-
celebrate this person who has brought this person up to where she or he is. Because we all pass through hardships and so on to reach where we are. So let's only not see the celebrities, those mirrors, those people who are on top. but look down. Where did this person come from? Where, who was in the journey to see that she reaches at this top? That's when maybe we shall break that gap between celebrating only the celebrities and those deep
I
maybe
feel
down.
like even though we celebrated these big people, to some extent we should always celebrate someone who has uplifted the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like a rope. We are pulling that
Yeah,
rope, and there are still very many people, and you are pulling that poor person at the extreme end of the rope. So as you're pulling, how many people do you have? How many people have you pulled? How many people are reaching the destiny? This is what we are trying to put up. We are not going to celebrate you because you are born in this, in this fancy life, this rich family, and you're still making it. What of that person who is still struggling? Everything is through a struggle. Yes, even they haven't gotten access to school, but they are still making it in life. That's life. And then we are just taking up these people. We are publicizing them. They have made it. Their parents made it. Their grandparents made it. Their grandparents had made it. So it has just been like an inheritance.
Family
Like that.
Family inheritance.
Hey, like
have to be rich.
Yes.
I mean, if it is part of the DNA, so you have to take it up. Maybe if you mess up your life. I mean, yeah, it is the reality. Maybe if you try to mess up, but if you have that foundation and you're doing what others have been doing, surely you cannot just. Maybe if you mess up. So now, as you said, we are basing on the people that maybe had a good background or they struggled through the bad backgrounds and came here. But there are some people. We should not focus on people that went to school. There are some people, I see people in my village, there was some lady that always works for us. That lady inspires me so much. I mean, she's a Hebrew. She raised 11 kids just on working. We call it Emes. 11 of them. And she's still working.
Up to now.
She's still working. She would, I mean, I grew seeing her do that. And of course, I would not mind, I mean, she's working, they are paying her, so she's well. But it is
You don't know why
but it is now that I've realized that that lady is a hero. If I am to celebrate, I celebrate her. I will not come. I don't say that I will not celebrate the people that are already there, but I celebrate her. Against all the odds that are in my area, against the violence that she's passing through, she has raised those kids. Though they didn't go to school, but they are not dead.
Okay, let's first go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we shall start from how we've just stopped.
You're watching Ayit TV, empowering you.
Right, welcome back from that short commercial break. Still at Ayit TV, that is empowering you. And this is the Youth Feedback, always every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. with Bridget and Samantha. We've talked about most of the things. I think we are exhausting everything. Now I just wanted us to get back to the whole celebration, to the whole theme of the year. We have a hashtag, break the bias. I think these are some of the biases that we have been talking about, things that we are used of, things that we've always seen with our own eyes. Even what we have been saying, that rope between the rich woman and the poorest woman is also a bias, because still these people will never come together. They will never connect. They will still be parallel, whereby this woman does not recognize the other. And the poor woman in our village, who is the one pushing the oxygen of the economy,
True.
can never sit in the same seat with this rich woman. I think you've seen these women who can be like, what is she doing at my gate? What is she doing here? Like, what does she want?
Some women
Or
be like,
you are a maid, sit down.
invited her.
Don't sit in my what? In my seat.
Yeah.
You understand
They'll
that?
spread
badly
the whole
made.
sitting room with these days aren't we use sanitizer? COVID, they sanitize the whole. My God, they serious.
So those are the biases that I want us to discuss. What are some of these biases that we should break? We should try to address, and we should break come this Women's Day.
Anyway, the bias, I remember we were talking before the show, and and she was like, we group the bias, like as you said, we group the maybe education, culture,
education,
political and
politics,
social. So
Economics.
and economics. So when you group them, I think that will be easier for us, because in all those sections there is bias. So we are grouping them: culture, political, social, and economics. Yeah. Then an education maybe.
I think education will come into the social. Is it
think
should
it
we
is
put it in
social,
social? Yeah, it's in
Actually,
social.
education can be a variety: economy, culture, social, politics.
Yeah, politics
Somehow.
is there. Because if you're
But
not
let's make
educated,
let's make it
will you
also a
get any
section.
post in the-
Also, we
the
make it also a
parliament?
section.
So we start from there. I think I'm going to talk about. I think I talk about culture. Culture. The bias in culture. As I had told you before, I am from a Muslim family. Yeah, I am an Aisha. And from a Muslim family, you can see me and
We
see
should
her.
be able to know how this Aisha turns into Acacia. So
Yeah, I'll explain that to you.
whether the Acacia is a stage name or
Anyway, about my name, I am Kaites Aisha, and I mean creativity and art. When you get the three first letters of my first name, the Kaitesi, Kei, then you get the last three letters of my second name,
I
make
see.
Keisha. So that is it. I was still talking about my background. I'm from a Muslim society. My father is a Muslim. My mother got married to Muslims, though she was from an Anglican family, and I happened to come in place as they are what? They are offspring, and I'm not a Muslim. But
no one's meant to cook.
yeah, they have to cook. But I'm going to talk about us, how we are groomed, and from that culture and stuff. I have seen most of the time women in my society, the Muslim society I'm talking about. Most of the functions, maybe the weddings, the kwanjulas, those functions that be there, any function that happens, women are not supposed to talk. It is your graduation for your daughter, but you will not talk. From my society,
This is
Or the
serious.
uncle.
it is very serious. It is now.
What if you've been educated by your mama? Or you've been-
These are the
uncles
women that do it. They educate their children, but you're not going to say anything because you are a what?
You are not supposed to plan.
You are.
I was watching some movie, and then this girl was to get married. Remember, the father and mother divorced a time back, like something like even 20 years back, and now you are 21, you're getting married. I'm just giving an example. And then here comes a time whereby they're telling you, if you do not take this girl to her father's compound, she will not be
this
married.
ceremony
Like,
won't
like the ceremony won't be. You have to take her back.
culture.
That is what they say. It is
even
culture.
this instance of-
I can give another example. There was a scenario. A woman educated her daughter. The man left with another woman when the daughter was 8 months. The daughter went to school, graduated, got a master's degree, then a PhD degree. Then it was the time for her marriage. The man didn't know anything about the family which he left behind.
He doesn't know them.
That time the girl was like, yes, my mother brought me up, she gave me everything, she catered for me, but still I have a father who brought me in this world. And then she was like, I'll invite him and I'll make sure I give him umtwalo gwani gwatata, as culture says. But the man was like,
Society.
how can you plan this and this and this without telling me?
Oh,
Wait. And the family of the man supported the what?
The man.
The father. How can you?
They can't.
How
because
can
they
you
know
set
they are
up
going
this and this
without
and this
telling
without
me?
telling me?
The Sengaj.
The mother was like, I educated my daughter. I did everything for my daughter. to be where she is right now. And then you're now saying she will not get married because the dad said, I want 15 million and two cows for my daughter. The woman was like, you will not get any penny. We are giving you this mutual guatata because
It is culture.
it is the responsibility of the daughter to do that. But it wasn't my idea.
And you see commotion happening. They abuse the lady, the one that has nurtured that kid from 8
Wait,
months.
the man also said the ceremony has to be in my house where there is another woman.
Excuse me.
Your joke.
Okay.
If you don't do that, if you don't
talk
do
for
that,
another day. We have
the
to proceed
ceremony
with
will
these other biases.
True.
Because it's too
So
much.
that's the bias in
Culture.
culture.
I was just talking about culture, about how they cannot talk, how they are not involved in the planning. As she said, you are not supposed to be there. I mean, this is your girl. Like right now, finishing campus, and I want to make maybe a Patrick Wanjula, and you. I mean, if it is for the norms they do, you have to involve more of your uncles, not your aunties, please. I've seen one time one of my uncle's daughter was Kwanjula, so I thought within me, I mean, I know how that lady strived to make her daughter study, and up to this time, I thought she would give a speech. But women don't talk. They just sit.
actually they are left in the house.
They keep they don't.
Can't be in front. with
But they don't want to
especially
see them.
during introduction.
But umukota kulaba. Mende.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw
Because-
that. Yeah, I've recalled every.
Yeah, of course.
The mothers remained in the house.
Yeah.
And I
they
did.
remain. Actually, they see all the equation in the
Oh my
window.
god.
You have to be in the window.
You don't move out,
Oh my
please.
God.
Don't move out.
You see the bias. This is someone that has, as she has said, someone. Okay, she may not have paid for you because they are not working, but the biggest nurturing is that lady, and it is your time. She's supposed to celebrate the girl. She's not supposed to move out.
You're kept in.
Then another thing about culture, you see the discussion of bride. We talked about bride price before we came here. Bride price, we are taking the girl. I mean, they have to decide. There was no woman that enters that room to decide apart from the singer.
Only the singer.
You cannot step there even though you took your girl.
And more of it, singer is taken as a man.
Yeah. In that situation, she's not a lady, she's a man. So they cannot step there to decide what the daughter is going to be taken for and stuff like that. So I feel, this is it is the most bias I hate about culture and society.
Okay.
It is
And
bad.
they can't talk in maybe when there are community meetings.
If you
lady,
start
my
talking,
dear.
they feel you're above
Sit
your.
down, listen, take what is decided, go home.
Okay.
If you want to talk, you'd have talked to your husband before you
You talk to
came,
your husband.
and he said it. But we are in the meeting. My idea has come, so I have to first go tell my husband. And you have to sit.
I tell you, they separate them because men they sit in front, then the ladies behind. So how am I going to walk up to my husband and be like, this has come into my head?
And
You
how
can
good
also-
is it to work when there's a meeting and you're a woman? Do you see society and culture?
Culture is too broad. What about in the economic aspect? What are those biases that we have to address?
Yeah, in the economic aspect, I think I'm going to talk about business. I am a business student, and let me talk about the sense of business. I have seen we know that business people, as I say, businessmen. I don't know why they don't call it business people, and I hate it because there are women there. You feel when you're going to make a deal with a woman, there was that insecurity they get, and
They feel like a woman can't talk any sense.
but you have some man
You'll have a personal assistant attached to
that
their
is a man, but this
to
is your
come into the
business.
meeting.
They feel I'm going to make a deal, maybe it is a contract, and maybe we are dealing into something that has more money. They feel women cannot do this. It is of recent in this association of business students and the treasurer. Some guy pissed me off, but I forgave him. He stood in front of everyone and he was like, I think we should not involve women in money. I was so furious, but I just said, let me calm down because I was going to
But
tell
I've
him.
always seen people entrust women with their money.
But I don't
Because
know.
they know how to plan, they know how to budget. Apart from men who will just spend it aimlessly. Sorry to say
Actually,
that.
I also have another scenario with you, basing on finance, bichi, that sort. Also, a guy was like, how can you select Ikra as our finance secretary? Really? Of all the men we have,
Thank you. That is what he said.
the bad thing is, me, I don't keep quiet.
That is bias they have on women.
The bad thing is, I don't keep quiet. I tell you point blank.
I wish we had the money here, and I ask them how the money that we hold is different from the money they. I just
You can
want
just
to know.
pose that question
There's
to the,
there's
to the
also
people
this
around.
instance
Just
of-
Yeah. How is the money
You
that we
have to know what you're earning, but then for him, he doesn't want you to know what he's earning. When it comes to those family issues, the man is like, I want to know what you earn, and I have to get access to your ATM card. But then, on his case, please keep quiet. If I've brought food home, I've
Don't ask me for accountability.
paid school fees, keep quiet. I've done everything home. What do you want to know about my money?
Also-
I've watched, anyway, we've always watched this in movies, but it is also in reality, whereby a man will be like, whether I've worked or not. Okay, in a rural setting, it will be like, you've planted a garden of beans. So your role is to weed until when they to monitor. But all the harvests are mine,
Are mine.
and he has no 100. And if it is in our urban setting, sweetheart, give me the
The
ATM card.
ATM card.
What is your pin?
The pin?
Like,
But still,
there is even no need of argument. Give me the pin.
Bridget, but still, also some men do like that. Because some women, they say they work, they get money, even they get more money than their husband, but
and
they
what is
always
the
say,
problem with that?
"Sente za chikazi."
Bridget, I just wish you hold another show talking about the money. Because this one is making everyone
You people, that thing also brings bias to men. You work, you get money, I
Yours
get
is for
money.
chikazi.
Yours for chikazi. You can't even buy
it's for
electricity
Kameza.
at home. You have to call your husband, Mommy, yakawedeko, send me money for yaka.
This is how we misinterpret equality.
Yes.
you said we break the bias.
Yes.
We break the bias of that.
We
Wish
break the
women-
bias of that. Women, if you have money, touch your pocket, pay yaka money, buy salt, buy food, wait for your husband. Don't.
I think we
not
have all to
everything is
come in and
supposed-
share responsibilities.
Yes.
If he paid school fees, that means
I'll give pocket money.
I will give
I'll
pocket
give
money.
pocket money or I'll shop.
I will do the shopping because
What of
even
this
shopping
man?
is expensive.
What of this man? I don't want Kamanyula in my home. I'm the head. I have to provide everything. If
Those
there
are
is
the
no
men that tell
food,
you sit down,
call
don't
me.
go for work.
No, you're working.
You're working.
If there is no
You're
food,
working and he doesn't
call
want
me.
you to buy anything anymore. In the
There is no food, call me. School
yes.
fees, call me.
that means I'll keep my money.
Ah,
That is
okay, there is that
I buy
this
plots of
instance
land in
of-
Mbarara with my money.
Then it comes, he has traveled. They have sent the kid home for school fees. Are you going to call the man or are you going to wait for the man?
If you have money, if you've been working,
You've
when we
paid
talk
for
about
it, and then he comes back.
He
Who told
refunds?
you?
No,
Will
Who
he
told
refund?
you?
Who is that?
Who will
Who's
not
that?
He's
refund?
not refunding, but he's like, who told you?
Joanne, yeah?
So?
because
Joanne,
you're taking away
to
his
keep peace-
responsibilities.
You're taking away his
to keep peace,
responsibilities.
to keep peace in the house.
Oh.
Pay school fees. Call him. Let the children go back
Communicate.
to school.
Now you
Don't
people-
communicate that you have paid. Call him. Money for school fees. They are going to send what children away from school.
But if he
call
finds
call the bus at school. Tell him that you
I'm
have
saying,
not paid. You're
if
going
you
to
had
do
said
what?
that the man at
In
home,
order to keep
don't
peace
do
at
anything.
home.
I just
Keep with
I
your
just
money.
believe,
Can't leave
I
the
just believe
children
for
at home
you to
because
have
of
okay,
the
we
man.
have been yearning for equality, but then we are still the ones that destroy the little peace that we have. That
Yes.
peace that we have, we are the ones again ruining it. Just getting back to the roots. Because if at all you are crying for equality, and you have your money for chikazi, so this guy is the one supposed to pay everything. That equality will not be attained.
It will not
If
be
he
attained.
pays bills, if he pays water, pay electricity. if he does this, pay this, for as long as you are all working, you're all getting
And
money.
all
If you're
the
not
things
working
are
as a
done
woman,
through
then let him do
talking,
it.
communication.
That means
Bridget, there was some doctrine
Communication
about
also
equality.
matters.
It says whoever seeks equality must have clean hands. If you really want equality, it is of recent that I was reading some book, The Woman Above Average by Osodin, some Nigerian pastor, and there was something he was talking about the women having a syndrome of men's support. I mean, I feel they should help me. Yeah, we know we are supposed to be helped, but women have taken it extreme. That for everything, even because I love you, you should pay me. I mean, because you love me, you should pay for my breath.
You have
because
to do this.
because I look sweet on you, you should pay for my good nails. You get the syndrome that has developed in women, and it is still going so hard because women think they should be helped in everything. We are breaking the bias. If
Yeah.
we want equality, we break the bias of the men support syndrome. We want equality. Okay, we cannot say we are supposed to do everything men do, or men should not help us. But if you feel that, like a campus setting, I see people that are dating, and I really feel pity for my boys. I mean, we are all at university. It is Black November, but this
We
girl
all don't work.
But this girl, we don't work.
Have you
Okay.
seen this video that has been going viral? Come and find me at the bank. And then the ladies
You get? We are all here. These are the
and
boys
then
that
we
are
crying
here.
that they are violating
But
us, and yet we are the ones exposing ourselves to violence. You're running for the money instead of working for your own money. Running to the bank to go and pick this money.
The boy is. We are all here right now to twin him, but you want the boy to sleep on an empty stomach or eat commando,
you want
but you want to go and eat from Ishenyu, surely, because of the love, and we want to break the bias. The bias starts with us. Me, equality starts with me.
How will you
And
stop
finally,
that
as we
man
still
from
talk,
abusing you?
as we still talk about the biases, breaking the bias and how to attain a sustainable development, since it's what we are trying to advocate for, promoting gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow, a sustainable development. Just as we wind up, I just want us to just be sharp as we talk about all that, as we sum up everything. I think we should start with her. How are we going to promote this gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow as we break these biases?
I think for me, I'll bring it to men. Most of the organization, most of the people, most of everything, they come up to empower women and to promote equality between men and women. If you run a campaign of empowering women without empowering men, that means your empowering will not be sustainable for a long time. But if you empower men on how to promote equality, on how they can live with women on an equal basis, that means all your objectives will be what? Will line on a sustainable period. For example, we talk about, let me bring an assumption in education. We say that we want equal education between boys and girls. But have you taken any precaution of educating educating the man who is supposed to pay school fees for the children at home, the benefits of educating a girl child? Have you taught him what the girl child will face without being educated? But you have tried to educate the woman. The woman will know, but she will not make a decision in the house. Still, to be a man, she will say, my husband, we need to take Bridget for school. School for what? She has to get married. I can't waste my man on her. But if you take that,
You studied, but you're here, you're married. I'm still the one paying.
I'm still the
So,
But if you tell that man that this and this and this and this and this is good for your Bridget and for your
Kabuga.
Kabuga, that man will, at first, they will not accept, as you know. They will feel that you're you're stepping on their what? On their power. But in the process, he will get to understand. He will also see the neighbor's daughter. She got married when she's young. She's this and this and this.
17 kids
I have
now.
to educate mine. I have
She's
to educate
suffering,
what?
the man is torturing
Do you see
her.
that equal education will be in process? But if you leave out that man,
So it's sensitization is needed.
if you leave out that man without sensitizing him, that means equal education will not be there.
All right, thank you, Ikra. What is Keisha saying as we wind up?
What am I saying? We want sustainable development for a long time. When it is sustainable, it has to take for a long period of time.
Yeah.
As she has said, I'm going to back on what she's saying. Me, as me, equality starts on an individual basis. Then it goes to family, households, then to society. From my thinking, as I had told you about the doctrine of equality, he who seeks equality must carry clean hands. We want to be equal, but what do we want? We want to be. We are women here. We want to be like men, but what do we do? What do we do that can qualify us to be like men? We want equality everywhere, but it is us, the girls, that are not reading. We want to attain the same grades with the boys, but we are not doing what is necessary.
Why did I tell you something? Sorry to interrupt you. When we were in high school, I attended single girls' school, and here are the girls who used to say, "I can't read. My boyfriend from Montara is reading."
It's reading for me.
You get? I have seen girls in my circle. They're saying, why are you doing this so much? After all, we're going to get married and we want equality. Which equality do we want? It starts with us. Me.
Yes.
I want to be a doctor. I want to marry a doctor. You get? Okay, I want to be an outstanding person as that man. But what am I doing right now? What am I doing to make sure that I am equal to that person? I want to always be on the receiving side, right? I want to be on the receiving side, and I expect to be the same level with that is giving. I want to always be helped, but I can't help. And we are talking about equality. We are thinking of something. These are the men, they are the ones to promote us, but can we promote them? We want to learn everything about ourselves. We want them to know that, you see, we have this pain. We have hardships, but can we understand their hardships? You understand? We want to be treated so well because we are human. We are so vulnerable. We can't deny that. Because of our feminism, we are vulnerable. But can we know that they are also humans? Being masculine,
They are also vulnerable.
being masculine does not stop them from being men. They have emotions. We want our emotion because we are too emotional. We want our emotions to be addressed first. Why can't you respond
They
so
are
fast?
crying to Henry that you want him to buy
But this guy didn't eat.
supper, and yet he has slept hungry for a full
This
week.
guy didn't eat. You don't know the background he's coming from. You don't know what they are fighting with. But we want that. The good treatment, which we cannot offer. And when they try to seek the offering, because I cannot take you to Ishanyu and everything, we think they are harassing us. You get? But really they are hurting. They are trying to get what we want from them. You understand? So equality to me, it starts with us. If you want it, work for it.
Yeah.
We want to be like the boys in our classes. We are university students, but how best have you done it? You want to go and chill,
If
then
he has a part-time job, go and look for one.
thank you. You want to chill, then you come and claim the lecturer didn't give me marks because he was harassing me. He gave this guy marks, but this guy was reading when you are chilling. You get? So the equality stands with.
Well, they are chilling with a big
We claim they harass us.
Is trading.
You get? We claim they harass us, but we take ourselves there to be harassed and claim. You see, I was vulnerable, but what did you do? Those people are also vulnerable because they also have feelings, they have emotions.
Actually, they are
At
more
times-
weak than us.
At times we make
Because
them
they
do
can't
things.
show.
We make them do things and we claim we are harassed. You get? So me, equality, I am thinking, it is an individual basis. If you want to get it for a long time, it starts with me, it starts with you. Mostly the women, then men, as he said, the men get to know, learn who the women are and what. But it starts with me. If I want to be like the man around here, what am I doing? Because he's not doing something that is not there.
If you want a man with a car,
I should
find
get.
him why
I told you. Thank you very much. I want a man with a car. Why he packed mine? I will find the man because he's not driving in the air.
In the air.
I want a good man. Which job do I have? I want a man that works. Which job do I have? You get? So that me equality.
I want a man with ideas. Which ideologies do you have?
Which ones do you? I want a man that cooks. Can I cook? So that is all.
The whole
thank you,
basis
Keisha.
starts with us.
Then it was
With me.
For a woman, it starts
personally.
with you. For a man, he needs to be
total.
taught.
Me, I think it is me.
Because
Final
for a
regards
man,
and we
he's
go.
brought up in a way.
It's to just add on these people's
I see we are.
ideas,
We might
cause-
even not finish this because
yeah, it
issues of
starts
gender
with me.
equality.
The lady
never
starts
see
with
the
me.
A full day discussion.
For a man, he has to be sensitized, he has to be taught of different things because we are all from different backgrounds and different cultures. So they have to be taught, they have to be taught to change their minds and cope up with what is current. Because if I've grown up from a family whereby a girl is learned to be in the kitchen, is learned to wake up very early to do this and this, trust me, it won't change me if you don't teach me or to be like, no, even a boy can cook, even a boy can do this. So it starts with us, and the men have to be sensitized, they have to be taught. Let's not always judge them. You know, men, everything men. No. Let's teach them and let's give them time to learn. Not because you won't teach me to learn, I'll be like, okay, I've changed. No, give them time, and if they give you time, also learn and
Try as
change
much
your
as you
mindset.
can.
Okay, thank you so much, ladies, for coming through to share your ideas. It has been an interesting time with you, and I'm so grateful to my producer Henry Kavuga. Yeah, Mr. Thank you so much for everything. And as we wind up this, as we close it up, these ladies said that equality starts with us. What you want for the rest, what you want to be done to you is what you'll do to others, right? And it all starts with sensitization. Let's sensitize a man and formulate him, empower him. We always empower ladies. Let's also
Not
empower
by
the boy
force.
child so that the boy child, when he's empowered, he'll know the reason as why you've been empowering this lady. Not waiting for her to reach there and then he lowers him down again. So yes, I step Bridget in Cementa, and we have been live on AUT TV. That is the Youth Feedback. We meet next time.